Mr. Lai Mohammed speaks on herdsmen crisis in the country and reveals what Nigerians will do to end the fight. You know, his own direction is always the opposite direction. So we is one of those that we are not even expecting any good thing from any longer. We used to think he's someone that has good stuff to say, but you know, in recent times, he has always gone the opposite direction to what Nigerians really expect. That even some Nigerians have decided to call him the Minister of Misinformation. Remember that he is the Minister of Information and Culture. But since he has begun to say all manners of lies against the same people in the country, they've decided to call him the Minister of Misinformation. And of course, all his information are really wrong informations that is actually giving us. So calling him the Minister of Misinformation, the person is not wrong if they call him such a name. But anyway, he speaks on the herdsmen crisis, and we're yet to hear what he has to say. Remember that even as much as we are not expecting so much from him, but let's still hear some of those his so many lies that he tells. Let us see if he has decided to say the truth this time around, or he has continued with the same way he has been doing before. Anyway, more of this detail I'll bring to you shortly, but please, if you have not subscribed, please ensure you do, and also give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get updated anytime we drop a new video. Okay guys, without wasting much of your time, let us get right into the details of those reports. As it says that according to reports, the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, has spoken on the herdsmen crisis, which has put the country into unrest for some weeks now, as he also suggested a lasting solution to the crisis. According to the Minister of Information, he said that the reason for the fights and clashes is because of their inability to be at peace with each other, as he said that if they could all live in peace with one another, the fight would stop. Mr. Lai Mohammed, who said this while featuring on TVC program and also monitored, also urged Nigerians to recognize the rights of one another, as this would also make them live peacefully together. In addition to this, the minister said that the government is also doing their possible best to maintain peace and unity among all individuals in the country. Comments are not what is important, it is what are the steps the government is taking. I can assure you that a lot of back channels are approached to resolve this issue. There are instances where you will even have to employ third parties to create an enabling environment for tall gladiators to meet. It is not unknown. I know that during the rescue of the Dapchu schoolgirls, I know the role of Red Cross played. So there are a lot of back channels approach that are being taken to ensure all these flashpoints, all these crises are tamed. Non-state actors can talk, government acts and reassures, he said. We should lower the tension. We should bring down the temperature. Nigeria is a big country. It is diverse. We've been living together peacefully for centuries. We must continue to live together peacefully, recognizing each other's rights. I am glad that political leaders, traditional leaders, religious leaders are all coming together to ensure that this matter, not just in the southwest, but everywhere else, is resolved. The governors, the traditional rulers, and religious leaders are all doing their best to ensure that all issues are resolved. Well, that is from Lai Mohammed. Well, he said something that he said, what I really noticed in his speech is that everyone should maintain peace. That what these people lack is peace. Peace is not a problem. I believe that I keep saying that this administration, they don't want to face the real issues. They don't want to look at the real issues because they are looking at the wrong direction, which shouldn't be. If the headers, the Fulani headers are the issues, call them together. If people are cohabiting in their community peacefully and you as Fulanis are causing problem for these people and you say it is lack of peace, that is why they are having issues, yes, you could call it lack of peace, but then what could have caused a disruption of the peace they once had together. It is in their nature to look for trouble, because even in Nigeria, Nigeria is a place where you don't need too many stories to be told. You don't need people to tell you too many stories, because a lot of these things you firsthand experience them one way or the other. So saying that it is lack of peace, it is a wrong statement to use, because these guys can just walk into people's farm and you try to correct them. Hey, why are you allowing your cow to destroy my farmland? Problem have started. How else would you have to tell such people? Common sense is, like they said, common sense is not common. You know this is a farmland, and yet you decided to graze your cattle in someone else's farmland. How does that make sense to you? I believe they should call these herders together and let them understand that if you want to graze your cattle, take them to the bush, take them to the forest, let them go and graze there, not taking them to people's farmland. Those are people's livelihood. That is how they eat. That is how they sell their products. And you take your cattle into their farms to eat up their crops, and you are talking about peace, that these people lack peace. That is why there's problem in these communities. No. Let us face what the issue is. That is the Fulani herdsmen. Call them together, like what Shekau said. He said he has had a meeting with, some of these Fulanis and Boko Haram members before. But yet, everyone says they don't know where the Boko Haram members are. But he said he has spoken to them before. And what their request is, that their request is not much, that they should be granted amnesty. That was what Shekau said. He said that was what Sheikh, that is the Islamic cleric, that is what he said, that these guys should be granted amnesty, that they want peace. How can people who foment trouble on a daily basis kill people for years, for months, for so long, and you are still requesting that such people be granted amnesty? Does that make sense? What are you trying to encourage? You're trying to tell every Nigerian that after you have caused so many problems, so many trouble, the government at the end of the day would grant you amnesty. It should not be encouraged. It should stop. No negotiating or negotiation with bandits or kidnappers, or even any form of terrorists. They shouldn't be negotiated with, because they will keep doing it and using it to collect money. Imagine the rates to which kidnapping has increased these days, because they believe at the end of the day they will walk freely and nothing will happen. Anyway, that is it from Mohammed's table, because he said that it is lack of peace. What do you think about what he said? You can drop it in the comment section, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.